Michael Woods here for the Boxing Channel. That's Amir Khan, former titleist who's in town. Amir, what are you doing in Brooklyn? What brings you to New York?
I think it's great, to be here. First of all, I'm here working for Showtime, doing the commentary for the big fight, Malignaggi v Judah, and the whole card. I'll be working with the Showtime broadcasting team, and it's something I've never done before with America TV. I normally do a lot with the UK and European TV, but not with America. But I think it'll be great. What a great opportunity they're giving me.
All right, like to put some of your analyst skills to use right now. Malignaggi Judah, what's going to happen, Amir?
You know what? That's a 50-50 fight. Honestly, you got two different styles in there. I mean, I've fought both guys. Both guys are great fighters, strong. I mean, have big hearts, quick, have speed. So, and both coming from Brooklyn, what a great fight it's going to be. I mean, I like the way Judah fights. Judah's a very skillful southpaw, very awkward fighter. Then you got Malignaggi, who's a good boxer, who doesn't punch as hard, but he's a good boxer, very clever, has a good jab. So you know what, this is going to be, breaking the fight down, it's going to be a good fight. I mean, the fans have a great fight. It's in Brooklyn, in the hometown, two guys who come from Brooklyn. So it's going to show who the king of Brooklyn is. So I can't put no money on this fight. It is a 50-50 fight. And I'm a fan, boxing fan myself, and I'm excited to watch this fight.
Amir, you got Bika taking on Darrell. What's going to happen in this fight?
Good fight. I mean, look, Bika's a champion. And Darrell, I mean, he's up and coming, wants to be a champion. He's hungry, so I'm sure he can come and he can upset. I mean, the way I see him on the press conference, he seems very confident. Darrell does. But then Bika come back and said, look, he thinks Bika come back. He thinks Bika said he's old school. I mean, that's what kind of stuck in my mind, because he is old school. I mean, if you look at people like Bernard Hopkins, old school fights, they become the winners.
Willing to do anything to win.
Exactly, and it seems to me Bika wants to do that. Bika wants to go back to the old school, make it rough and rugged. I mean, the young guy is Darrell. He doesn't want Darrell to come and kind of take his title off him. He wants to keep hold of that title, so it's going to be a good fight. I mean, that fight, I think Darrell might win it with his youth, and but Bika has that experience as well. So it's going to be a tough one to say, but I probably lean more towards Darrell.
All right, we got another one, man. We got Lara versus Trout. What's going to happen there?
Good fight. Lara fought a friend of mine, Angulo. He fought him in his last fight. Had a very close fight. He was put down twice for the first time, so we know that he can get hurt and he does go down. And then on the other hand, you got Trout, who had a very close fight against Canelo. A lot of people thought, it was a close fight. I mean, both fighters are good, but I probably lean more towards Trout. I know Lara is undefeated. He is undefeated, isn't he, Lara? And it comes from Cuba, has a great amateur pedigree. But with Trout, seems to me Trout has that hunger in him. The way I seen him today, see his eyes. He had the hunger in his eyes. He wants to win. So it's going to be a technical fight. Both are good boxers. So I think that'll go the distance. But I probably lean more towards Trout. I think he's beating him with probably a little bit of better opposition.
Biggest underdog on the card for me is Sean Porter against Devin Alexander, who is a real good technical boxer. How do you see that one playing out?
Look, a lot of people say it's going to be a one-sided fight against, and Alexander's going to take the fight. Don't get me wrong, I've seen Sean Porter spar Manny Pacquiao and give him a run for his money. Now, that's a very similar style. Manny's quick, like Alexander, and also he's a southpaw. And when I saw that spar, that's when I thought I had a lot of respect for Sean Porter. That's when I thought, Sean's a good kid. It's always good to be an underdog. I mean, look, if I ever get the fight with Floyd, I'll be an underdog. People assume.
Funny, I'm going to talk about that next.
Yeah. But I think I'm taking the questions from the last interview to this one.
Right.
Oops. So yeah, I think definitely, with Sean being the underdog in this fight, I think he will surprise a lot of people. I've trained with him in the wildcard gym. I've never sparred with him, but Sean can punch. He's a good boxer. He's quick as well, and he's very awkward. So yeah, he knows how to deal with southpaws. Having the best sparring partner, Manny Pacquiao, I think says it all. And if he gives Manny a run for his money, I'm sure he will give Alexander a run for his money. Don't be surprised if he beats Alexander. Anything could happen in boxing. I mean, this is boxing. Anything can happen. One punch could change a fight. But I think that'll be a good one to see.
I want you to break some news with me, man. It's you and Floyd next, is it? Have you signed it? Break the news with me, sir.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about the fight happening.
Right.
It's been talks about the fight happening for the last 3 years,
right,
but nothing come off it. Now, it's a fight I'd take. I mean, I'd love to have that fight if it ever come to me. So I'd grab it with both hands. Floyd is probably the best fighter in the world. I respect him. I think he's He's done it the hard way. He's beaten some big names, looked really good against Canelo in the last fight. But they're not the styles to cause him problems. I mean, the style that caused Floyd problems is speed, explosiveness, fast movement, make Floyd's old legs move, you know, and that's what gives Floyd problems, not standing there in front of him and trying knocking him out. So I think it'd be if that fight ever happened, it'd be an explosive fight, it'd be a great fight, and yeah, definitely, I'm not stopped training since my last fight, because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to work on. I make a lot of mistakes and I'm improving them. So, you know, I know I'll be a better fighter, and you'll see a new Amir Khan in my next fight. If it is against Floyd or if it's not against Floyd, regardless, you will see a different Amir Khan now.
No shortage of critics ever on Twitter. Man, if I was a fighter, I couldn't handle it. I'd just stay off because so many punks saying so much, a lot of disrespect. But let's grab it head on and let's deal with it. People saying, Amir Khan, you don't have the chin for Floyd Mayweather. That's your biggest detriment. I'd like you to answer that head on. Answer those people.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you think about it, I mean, look, when I was making 140, I used to kill myself making weight. I was just talking to a couple of the fighters here, and I was asking them, what do you guys weigh when you're at a press conference the day before weighing? They said to me that we probably 2-3 pounds over. You know how many pounds I used to be over? I used to be over 13 pounds. Can you believe that? I used to lose 13 pounds the day before weight. Now you're telling me losing that weight is going to make you weak. You're not going to have 24 hours, well, less than 24, like 20 hours before you fight. You know, you can't put all that energy back in your body. I think that's my downfall. I mean, when I was making the 140-pound weight easy, I fought the likes of Maidana, I fought the likes of Zab Judah. They hit me clean. I was fine.
Right.
It was only when I fought. It was only the recent fights, like I started killing myself making weight. It was after like the Lamont Peterson fight. I mean, Lamont Peterson didn't even move me, didn't hurt me. But it was after that fight when I started killing myself. I think my body grew, and that's what kind of made my punch resistance not the best, because I was going into fights weak, losing 50%, making the weight. And now at 147, you'll see a new Amir Khan for sure. I mean, look, I've sparred guys at my natural weight, which is like 153. Angulo hit me clean, hit me with his hardest shots. I mean, I sparred heavier guys at 180, 160, and they'll tell you themselves, they've hit me clean with shots. I've never been put down in sparring in my life. It's only when I kill myself making weight. And I really, you know, if anyone's watching this, the best advice I can ever give is don't kill yourself making weight. Just move up. I mean, that'll make you a better fighter. And I've learned, and I'm one who suffered from killing myself making weight, but I'm such a dedicated fighter. Whatever weight you tell me to make, I'll make. But and you know what, and that's what makes me more exciting, because people think, okay, Amir Khan's fighting, anything can happen in this fight. Knockdowns, someone's gonna get hurt. When it comes down to boxing skills, I mean, no one can touch me. Especially at this new weight. I mean, I don't think anyone can touch me. I mean, if you look at Danny Garcia, the first 2 rounds, I was schooling him. I think if I hadn't got caught with that big shot, that big left hook, I think I would have probably stopped him in 2 more rounds. But look, this is boxing. It's just the way it is. I make my mistakes and I learn from them now. And you know, you'll see a new Amir Khan now, definitely, especially at this new weight, 147. I bet I'll be bigger than Floyd Mayweather when I start. I'm probably, you've probably stood next to Floyd Mayweather. If you look at me and look at Floyd,
comparable.
I'm a bigger guy.
Sure.
But I will make it 140. So you have to remember, I was the same size as I was 6 months ago. So if you just imagine how much weight I used to lose and how much muscle I used to burn just to get to that weight, it wasn't safe.
Sold me, bro. Good answers. I appreciate you taking the time to answer these tough questions.
No, I mean, it's the truth, man. I mean, I don't have to hide anything. I'll tell the truth. Look, yeah, I got put down, but there's reasons why that happened, and you know. But if you look at, I mean, I've always been put. I'm not one of the fighters who's been knocked out cold. You know, I mean, not stayed on the floor. I've always been on my feet every time I've been, you know, stopped. I've been stopped twice in my career. I've always been on my feet when I got stopped. I was standing up. Been knocked down maybe a few more times, knocked down, but I've always got up and won the fight. Or, you know, but I've always been on my feet. That's one thing that, you know, I have such a big heart and I'm such a tough guy like that. I mean, maybe I'm too brave for my own good, you know. But that's just the type of guy I am.
Great stuff. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
It's Mike Woods, and that's Amir Khan. He's fighting for the opportunity of a lifetime, and he made a pretty damn good case for himself. He wants Floyd Mayweather next. We'll see if it happens. Mike Woods for the Boxing Channel. Thanks for watching.